Hi, English 9B, Mrs. Watson here. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do a credibility check to run the CRAP test on your first article for either your background information research or even just for your first criteria that we're going to get into later. But this is going to be kind of walking you through that process. So start by putting in your email address, first name, last name, and as usual. And then you're going to want to open these three documents. So one is how to use search terms. Okay, so open that up. Okay, got it, thanks. This is about the credibility. So this is the slideshow that we had previously in the week. So click that and open that one up. Okay, got it, thanks. And then ultimately the actual CRAP test guide. That's the other thing you're gonna wanna have open, which talks through the different pieces of this test to help you pick out a very credible source. So once all three of those are open and you have got it, thanks for all three of those, you're going to want to write your research question down. Now, if you don't remember your research question, in my class, I went and put together a Google document or a slide to have you guys go through, and it has your topic and your question there as well. So if you don't remember what your research question is, you can click on that as well, open that up. And in here, I have it sorted by movie, TV show, and video game. So your research question should be on here. And I put mine at the bottom as well. So just in case you don't remember how it was phrased or how maybe we modified it when you first submitted it, this is the modified version in here. So you can just straight up copy your research question, Control C, and put it into your document here, Control V. So there it is. And then your topic is, what are you arguing for? What's your answer to this question? So mine is episode 13, which is called Dragonfly and Amber. I'm just going to leave it as episode 13. Then, using the sites given or searching on Google, you're going to find one source you think will help with your background information and your argument. So, if you look through the search terms document here, there are two ways to do that, right? Which is to go through and actually go to a website that is kind of specific to your topic. So for movies and television shows, these three websites are really going to be helpful for you to find credible reviews. So IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes, or Metacritic. And then video games, there's many, many more. There's like a top 10 of how to find like good reviews for video games, but these two are really helpful. Game Informer and Destructoid are some of the top two to find credible sources for reviews on video games or movies and television. So for my example, I'm going to show you a Rotten Tomatoes, how to walk through that to find either movie or a TV show. So if I click on Rotten Tomatoes, I'm going to want to go to the search bar and put in my TV show name or my movie title. So I'm going to put Outlander, and usually it should pop up with the correct one. So you want to find the one that is yours. And then as you go through, it should bring up all of the seasons, especially if it is a TV show. It'll bring up all the seasons. And you can do it by comparing seasons, or you can do it by comparing episodes. So here's like all seasons, right? I want to look at season 2, but I also want to look at the episode guide. So I want to make sure that I'm looking at the episodes in season 2. So when I click on that, I'll have the option to look through the episodes, and then there are reviews per episode. If you're doing a season, you might want to pick a specific episode in that season to kind of explore and why maybe that season holds some of the better episodes, which makes it a better season. It just kind of depends on which angle you're trying to take. So if you scroll down, you're going to see there's news and stuff, and then here's the episodes. Okay, so I can go through and actually look at all of the episodes specifically. Or if I have a season in mind, I can go down. Here is the reviews for the season specifically. Otherwise, if I need a specific episode, I'm going to go to 13. Is down here. There's a 13. I'm going to click on that one. And then that will allow me to find reviews just specific to that episode. So it just depends on which one you're going for. So here, episode 13, I go scroll down. Here are critic reviews. So here they are, top ones here. And I can keep going and select more or view all of them. I like to view all because then I can kind of see them all together. And the reason I like Rotten Tomatoes for this is because it shows you like a quick little a blurb about it, right? It tells you who wrote it, where it came from. and then a little blurb, and then the date that it was created. So already you're kind of getting some idea about its credibility. And sometimes they're rated as top critic as well. So like this person, for example, is very, very huge in the world of writing, critical reviews, and it's from the New York Times. So I really like that one. I'm going to hit full review. And what that's going to do is actually going to bring me to the site where the review is. So there's the New York Times, and here is a quality review about that. So again, it might give me some idea about background information. So it gives me a background about the episode. It's going to have a couple actresses and actor names in there. So it's really going to help me a little bit specifically about this story. So I like this one a lot. So I'm going to say, I think I like this one. So I'm going to copy and paste the URL. So I copy it in here, put in the URL. And now I want to make sure that it's passing the CRAP test. So who's the author? So if I go back, I know it is this person, Angela Jade Bastion. Click that, paste it in there. So that's who the author is. And now in what ways am I confident the source is credible? So already I know the authority is very credible because I know in New York Times, she's a top critic. I know that it is relevant because it's specific to my episode. And I know it's current because if I go back here, it's from 2016, and that's right after it premiered, right? That's after the episode premiered. So I'm going to go back in there. I know that it's current. Purpose is, if I look through here, probably to inform us, give a little bit of an opinion about it. There's a little bit, okay, most of what can be gleaned. There are a few great scenes it talks about specific examples of these characters. Okay, so it gets into there. There are moments of wonder to be found. Talks about some people not being necessarily as believable. But so it gets kind of both sides, like the good and the bad of this. So I would say that it's to inform us and an opinion about the episode itself. And it is very accurate because I'm already looking and I'm seeing, it's talking about specific characters, it's talking about when it takes place, the shifts within it, the different characters as well, and the episode and what happens throughout that episode. And so I'm going to go ahead and say that it has all of these factors. And you may have some that don't click all of these, as long as it has a majority, that's what we're looking for. Like it has some credibility to it that you could, glean your information. If there's anything you're uncertain about, again, sometimes if you're not sure, you don't know, maybe the relevancy, I'm going to say maybe relevancy, is this going to help me with proving my point later, or is this going to help me with my background information? Like, what is this article going to help me figure out? So maybe relevancy, I might need to find another article to help me with my background. And then again, write 2 to 6 sentences explaining why you think your source is credible. So going through and kind of paraphrasing out of all of these why we think that this is credible. So I'm going to say, I think this source is credible because it is from a top reviewer or critic who writes for the New York Times, which that's huge in and of itself. It was published right after the premiere date, and it includes a lot of information relevant to episode 13 in season 2, because that's what I'm looking for. And again, if you have any other questions, that's right here. If you have any questions regarding the source of your credibility, I don't. I feel like it's very, very credible. And struggles, maybe determining if you did face some struggles throughout, whether it was or wasn't credible, again, for us to help you as we continue throughout this process. And then any other questions you may have, whether it's finding your topic selection, finding an article, or doing the relevancy check, the CRAP test, right? So that's, again, another spot for that. Okay. And once you have finished that, you can hit submit. Sometimes it asks you to verify, not always, but I'm going to submit that. And then now I can edit my response if I need to go back, otherwise it will email me my responses. And again, if you are unsure about what some of those mean for the CRAP test, remember you have this open. What does currency mean? What does relevancy mean? Authority, accuracy, and purpose. They're all here to help you and guide you through this process and figure out if you have come up with a credible source. So again, if you have any questions for your teacher, please reach out and they'll be sure to help you and help you get a new article that is credible and relevant to your topic choice.